Re-elect the Democratic candidates who have worked hard for you and your families. Please remember to vote Democrat on Tuesday, November 4th in the general election. Elect Senator Margaret Rose Henry in the 2nd Senatorial District. Elect Matt Dinn for Delaware Attorney General. Re-elect State Representative Stephanie T. Bolden in the 2nd Representative District. Re-elect State Representative Helene Kelly in the 3rd Representative District. Re-elect State Representative Gerald Brady in the 4th Representative District. Re-elect State Representative James J.J. Johnson in the 16th Representative District. Again, on November 4th, re-elect the Democratic candidates who have worked so very hard for you and your families. Please remember to vote Democrat on Tuesday, November 4th in the general election.
A purple mountain majesties over the fruited plain. But now wait a minute, I'm talking about America, sweet America. You know, God done shed his grace on thee. He crowned our good. Yes, he did. Every brotherhood from sea to shining sea. You know, I wish I had somebody to help me sing this.
Okay, back for the second portion of the program, and let me ask that Auburn get ready to take me to another break around 1:15. And I want to do Brother Jay Caldwell and the Gospel Ambassadors, who's having their anniversary coming up on the first Sunday, the 2nd, November 2nd, which is their anniversary date. Jay Caldwell and the Gospel Ambassadors, that's going to be over at Easton Fair, 1400 B Street, under the leadership of our very good and friend, the Reverend Dr. Christopher Carey, the pastor there. And the doors open at 5 o'clock. The program's going to get started at 6. And as always, Jay Caldwell and the Gospel Ambassadors bring a lot of good guest groups in from out of town, and our own Serena Ford, who always does a fantastic job. And when you go to the Jay Caldwell and the Gospel Ambassadors anniversary, you have church is what you do. It's not a program. You have church over there. The spirit is high, and we have a visit of Almighty God. You can feel it as he moves in the house there, the church house, and we have church. It's fantastic, and I ask that you get tickets, that you come over. Again, that's going to be on November Sunday, the first Sunday, November 2nd, and again, it's Easton Fair, 1400 B Street. I want to ask all of our elected officials that may be sitting out there, if you please give me a call, 655-282-5885. 2832, 655-2832, or hit me on my home number, which I lock to my cell every day. 652-2946 is my home. 652-2946. A lot of you have my home phone number and my cell phone. I want to ask that you elected officials and those candidates, if you would please give me a call and help to buy some tickets for some seniors in the high rises that otherwise would not be able to attend. The seniors love to go, they enjoy it, but a lot of times they just don't have the money. And if some of you would like to buy some tickets, compliments of your candidacy, whatever you're running for, whatever party you are, and help some seniors go, and you can put on the back of the ticket compliment of you as a candidate. So I'm asking all the candidates to please help out and do this. And again, my phone number is 652-2946, 652-2946. And hopefully that I can get some of the candidates to do that. I'll be on the phone with some of you as we go into next week. Let me say also that for the first Sunday, which will be November 2nd, Brother Jay Cobwell will be on with some of his guests in my 6 o'clock hour from 6 to 6:30, and from 6:30 to 7, Miss Allison Lang of Each One Teach One, who has a program that she's putting on in the community that she wants to advertise. I had committed the bottom half of that hour from 6:30 to 7 to Allison. So hopefully that'll be a big help to the both of them as Jay Caldwell's winding down. And we'll probably run in here for a little bit, share with you what's taking place over at Ezon Fair, and from there with some of the guests out of town that will be here, and head on back over to Ezon Fair to meet and greet the many people that come in that just want to support Jay Caldwell and the Gospel Ambassadors. So again, that's on the 2nd, and that's the 6 to 7 o'clock hour. Jay Caldwell, 6 o'clock, 6:30, Allison Lang, Each One Teach One. Let me get this in for some friends of mine as well. And one is Marvin Thomas and Teeny. And again, Marvin and Teeny are presenting the 6th annual Southbridge Back Home Cabaret. Southbridge Back Home Cabaret. And that's Saturday, November the 8th from 9 to 1 over at the Longshoremen's Hall, 200 South Claymont Street. Tickets are only $15 in advance, $20 at the door. Dress to impress. Bring your own bottle, whatever, and enjoy yourself. Now you can contact Teeny at 345-7554, 345-7554. And you can contact Marvin Thomas at 656-0823, 656-0823. That's the Southbridge Cabaret, 6th annual Southbridge Cabaret, and that is on Saturday, November the 8th from 9 to 1 at Longshoremen's Hall. And let me just kind of explain what happens there and why Marvin took that over and started doing it. Him and Teeny, the money goes to help the Southbridge Civic Association and some of the programs that happen that take place in South Wilmington. So Marvin's not doing it to put the money in his pocket or whatever, or split the money up. Neither is Teeny. They use the money to help the Southbridge residents and the Southbridge Civic Association. Let me go to one more for my buddy Doug, and this is the Women of Wilmington presenting their first annual Black and White Ball. The Women of Wilmington first annual Black and White Ball. And that's going to be Saturday, October 25th, and that is at the Doubletree, 700 East King Street. And tickets are only $55. It's going to be dinner, it's going to be dancing, and I'm sure you'll have a good time. Those that want to stay over, the rooms are now available at $99 a pop. And again, that's the Black and White Ball, Women of Wilmington first annual Black and White Ball, and that's Saturday, October the 25th, and that's going to be at the Doubletree, and I'm sure you'll have a fantastic time. I wanted to do that for my buddy Doug and get that in. Okay, let me share something else with you that is very, very important. And again, the reason for which I do the programs that I do and come into your homes. I want to ask all of you out there, under the sound of my voice, would you please call in to the, what do you call it, Google the Steve Harvey Nation. Google the Steve Harvey Nation. And Steve Harvey, as you know, he's a former comedian, retired after about 35 years. Steve is doing fantastic things now. He's wrote a book, Act Like a Woman, but Think Like a Man. And Steve, they turned it into a movie and did very well with it. And they did a part 2 on it and a movie. Steve's doing another book now. And he's now becoming a motivational speaker. Steve Harvey Nation on WDAS radio station that comes on FM radio station every Monday through Saturday. Every Monday through Saturday from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fantastic show, wealth of information, a lot of comedy, get you laughing in the morning, but a lot of serious stuff. And such be the case of this issue that I want to talk about, sickle cell anemia. Sickle cell anemia, as I understand it, it's the white blood cells that eat up the red blood cells and eventually can take you to death if you have sickle cell anemia. I want to remember and reflect back on a young man that was very active in our community, fantastic young man, and he done a lot of good helping people in the community, the late Jimmy Fawcett, and son of Loretta Fawcett and Loretta Badger and Clinton Badger are very good friends. Jimmy passed. Sickle cell anemia finally took its toll. Jimmy was a fine young man. Shay, his wife, continued on to, they had started a sickle cell program, nonprofit, to really get the word out. And Shay continues on. You see it on this advertisement around April when they're doing their fundraiser, 5K walk, run, and whatnot. Fantastic job, and all those that help her and others that are part of that. Sickle cell anemia can take its toll and has caused the loss of life of a lot of people as a result of that ailment. Reason I bring that to your attention, the Steve Harvey Nation, which has a little over 8 million listeners, syndicated in radio stations all over the country, 8 million listeners a morning. That's strong. Steve does his TV show. He does Family Feuds. Steve is really, he's blown up. He's living large. But Steve will tell you, in the midst of all that, he long time surrendered to God. He quit his crazy ways of just doing out in the world a lot of dumb stuff. He met his wife Marjorie and they got married. They fell in love and got married. And he's a one-woman man and she helps guide him as his soulmate. And he just stays into the Lord. He opens up every morning. You ought to hear him. WDAS FM. Check him out tomorrow morning. Steve opens up every morning of his show from 6 a.m. to 10. Steve opens up with a educational kind of prayer talk of motivation and from where and which the Lord brought him from. And he has some serious testimony that he does for the first 12 to 15 minutes of his program every day. And anyway, Steve Harvey Nation has stepped out as they have in the past. And they're asking folks to join Steve Harvey's Nation in calling in, and you can Google Steve Harvey's Nation and find out how you get into supporting the president's call, President Obama's call across the nation for people to go online and sign up to keep sickle cell anemia money in the budget. And if they get 100,000 signatures signed up, then they will be able to keep the money in. It won't come up every couple years and it end up being a fight where the money could be lost right now if we don't get 100,000 signatures. So again, WDAS, Steve Harvey, WDAS FM, comes on 6 in the morning. You give a listen tomorrow morning. They'll tell you exactly how to do it. We need to be a part of that. Go online and we need to support that. Since Steve and them got involved a week and a half ago, we were at about, when the president called around and asked folks to help and do this, we need 100 signatures that will declare this a health emergency. That's what it does. And 100 signatures of citizens declaring it a health emergency would automatically lock the money in forever and a day, every budget henceforth. Where there are 12 sickle cell anemia clinics now across the country, your efforts will also help to put enough money in the bill ongoing, and won't have to do this again. Each year the budget's prepared, sickle cell anemia will be a part of it as a result of you helping. And as a result of that, this will allow enough money to open up 25 clinics across the nation instead of 12 that could help to save people's lives. When they first started a week and a half ago, they were at 13,000. 13,000. Just last week, as they were going off the radio, they were at 66,000. They need 100,000. They need you. They're getting there. We cannot fall short. We will lose the funding because it will not be put in the new bill coming down the pike. And we're just out with sickle cell anemia, federal dollars helping this. So I hope you understand. I hope that's clear. 652-2946 is my home number, and I'll make it more clear if you call me on it. Please help that out. They want to get to, by Friday, 100,000 that have went online and registered, as President Obama is asking. Having said that, I want to take another break. Go out, Jay Caldwell and the Gospel Ambassadors want to get their message out. I'll be right back and come back for a close. Don't touch that dial. God bless.
Listen, if he has to reach Jesus, if he has to reach.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jay Caldwell speaking, and I'm here to remind you of the big anniversary celebration of the Gospel Ambassadors. Sunday, November the 2nd, at the Zion Fair Baptist Church, 1400 B Street, Wilmington, Delaware. Our pastor there is Dr. Christopher T. Curry. The doors will open at 5 p.m., program 6 p.m. sharp. Our special guests include this year the world-famous Williams Sisters of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, singing "If He Has to Reach Way Down, Jesus Will Pick You Up." Again this year, the Southern Gospel Singer from Washington, D.C. And again this year also Carol and the New Anointed Stephen Singers from Jersey City, New Jersey. For the first time in our city, Sister Ella Wright and the Spiritual Voices from Bel Air, Maryland. And back again, the fantastic Solinaires of New York City. Opening up our program will be Evangelist Serena Ford, our own Serena Ford from Wilmington, Delaware. Our MCs again this year, Brother George Witcher and Sister Marva Richardson of Channel 28 TV. Advance donation $20 at the door, $22. Seniors and children $18 at the door only. For more information, call 654-7062 or 658-0278, 762-3249, or Sepia Cleaner 656-0700. Dinners will be served at the church. Again, we're going to take off some shoes at the Zion Fair Baptist Church Sunday, November the 2nd. Meet us there.
Okay, as I move to the close of the program, I call this one of them TV days from 1 to 2, 6 to 7, and 9 to 10, and I hope I'm sharing some things that will cause you to get involved, particularly on that sickle cell anemia help that's needed. All you got to do is go online. You can Google Steve Harvey Nation. Go on and check his email. Check his his web page and all that, and you'll see how you need to do this. Again, we need 100,000 signatures. It locks it in permanently, the money in the federal budget. And again, it's a fight now to even get it in the bill. So again, this is a request from our President Barack Obama. Steve Harvey, the president, was on the radio station with him and talking about it and whatnot one day last week. And as a result of 13,000 about a week and a half ago, Steve Harvey Nation got involved. They're pumping it up every morning now. We've gone from 13,000 to 66,000. 8 million listeners, Steve Harvey's Nation. Powerful. And that's what I'm talking about, these individual outlets such as LAPA and Channel 28 right here. We talk to you on a very small scale, but it's a lot of you sitting out there. And again, don't forget, people don't have cable. Please share our message with them and the important things we talk about over these live programs on Sundays and through the week, and some of the tape programs, because it's very, very important that we tell you, you tell someone, and so on and so on and so on. And you look up, and we will have educated our community in a whole lot of ways. Let me just say also that Jay Kosei is now our lead person here, who is in charge of running this station. And I want to let that out, that that's exactly the way it is. We, the board, stand solidly behind him. We ask that all the staff support that and be supportive and work along. We're trying to go and take this to another level, the LAPA board, and we have a lot of things that we're going to be doing. We had a fantastic meeting down here on one day last week. I think it was last Monday with John Rago from the city of Wilmington, the engineer, and the people that are going to be coming in shortly to put all this new equipment and stuff in here. And we're getting ready to take this to another level, and we need all hands on deck, everybody tuned in and being very positive about where we're going here. And we're very proud of what we're getting ready to do. The doors of opportunities are endless. And we want to milk it for everything we can get to be able to communicate much better with you, and LAPA be allowed to, and through our board and our staff, to service you in our community. That's exactly where we're going. I want to close by again talking about Mother Addie McCants Relation Singer's 51st anniversary, which took place today at Mount Sinai Baptist Church on Newcastle Avenue at 3:30 today. I want to thank Brother Jay Cobwell for going by and doing a little something over there and singing as the request of Mother Addie McCants. At every anniversary, if Jay will just stop by and do a little something, couple songs, and Jay did. And Jay, God knows we appreciate you. We love you, brother. We'll be there to see you at your anniversary, and may the Lord continue to bless you and keep you, because the good that you do when you go and do that for the seniors and birthday parties and things for folks, or funerals and gone home services, I'm telling you, you really uplift the spirit and encourage those who are sitting out there in the audiences that get to hear you sing gospel song from the depth of your soul. And that's what Jay does. And again, I congratulate Brother Jay Cobwell and the Gospel Ambassadors on their 51st anniversary as well. McCants Relation Singers, God bless you. May you continue to have great successes. And I'm sorry I got the ripping and running. I did go by and then put a little money in the plate and help out and whatnot, as I always do. But I need to get right back down here to the TV station with the mayor and the police chief and keep it moving. I'm sure you understand. Love you guys. The McCants family, love each and every one of you. We like family. And folks, again, I hope you enjoyed the program, all the programs live here that came to you today. We had some fantastic program, one right after another. And the bottom line is, I hope that you understand where we're coming from, the things we're trying to do here at LAPA. And good Lord willing, we'll see you next week, same time, same station. God bless.
On Tuesday, November 4th, in the general election, re-elect the Democratic candidates who have worked hard for you and your families. Please remember to vote Democrat on Tuesday, November 4th in the general election. Elect Senator Margaret Rose Henry in the 2nd Senatorial District. Elect Matt Den for Delaware Attorney General. Re-elect State Representative Stephanie T. Bolden in the 2nd Representative District. Re-elect State Representative Helene Killey in the 3rd Representative District. Re-elect State Representative Gerald Brady in the 4th Representative District. Re-elect State Representative James J.J. Johnson in the 16th Representative District. Again, on November 4th, re-elect the Democratic candidates who have worked so very hard for you and your families. Please remember to vote Democrat on Tuesday, November 4th in the general election.
A purple mountain majesties over the fruited plain. But now wait a minute, I'm talking about America, sweet America. You know, God done shed his grace on thee. He crowned our good. Yes, he did. Heavy brotherhood from sea to shining sea. You know, I wish I had somebody to help me sing this.